Hey guys, Jordy here, and this is a Lensbaby. It's actually called a tilt-shift lens, but most people refer to this particular design as a Lensbaby, which is actually the name of the brand. Now, it's not something new. I remember a friend of mine having one of these about 10 years ago. Anyways, it's probably the weirdest lens that I've ever seen. It's a prime lens. This means that we can't zoom with it. It has a fixed focal length of 50 millimeters. So in that sense, it's a pretty normal lens. But then the aperture. There is none. It has a fixed 5.6 aperture opening, and we can't change that as there are no real aperture blades inside like you would get in a normal lens. But what makes this lens so unique is not that, but the way you focus with it. You know, a traditional lens has a ring, and if you turn that ring, you can change the focus. And what happens actually inside is the actual glass that is being moved further or closer away from the sensor of your camera. And that's how you can get your subject into focus. On this lens, we don't have that focus ring. In order to focus, we need to manually move the lens inside, and that is what makes this lens so weird. It's like a squishy ball. Now, I purchased this lens myself. They are not sponsoring us, nor do they even know that we're making this video. So we had to find someone else to support us today, and I'm very happy that MSI and their brand new Creator 15 is sponsoring us today. So a big thank you to MSI. We'll talk a little bit more about the Creator 15 laptop in a moment. But first, I would like to show you guys why you would ever use such a lens. So you can either choose for a Canon or Nikon mount, and then it just pops onto your camera. And this is the way that you should hold your camera, and it allows you to quickly focus while making photos or shooting video. Now, interesting is that we can also slant the lens inside while we focus, and it's that what makes this lens so special, because it creates a unique focus field. Normally we get a straight focus field, but by shifting the lens, we can slant that focus field. And this means that we can bring one side of a flat object out of focus while still having the other side in focus. And this allows us to create those typical fake miniature shots. And although that this example right here is not shot with the Lensbaby, it's actually faked using some clever tricks in After Effects. By creating a mask and then blurring out the rest, you can kind of fake that tilt-shift look. And by the way guys, this right here is the Creator 15 from MSI. A workstation laptop with some killer hardware inside, like an Intel i7 8-core processor, 32 gigs of RAM, and NVIDIA RTX 2080, and that's all packed within a pretty slim body. And on the 15-inch display, we can enjoy a 4K resolution covering 100% of the Adobe RGB color space. So if you're looking for something portable while still having the horsepower of a workstation, well then definitely check it out by clicking the first link in the description down below. Now, the reason why we're seeing that city as a miniature is because when you get closer with your lens to a subject, your focus field gets more shallow. And that's what we try to recreate in long shots, where such a shallow depth of field is impossible due to the distance between the camera and the subject, which is the city. But that's not the only thing that we can do with a Lensbaby. It's actually quite fun to make things like a music video.
They try to kill me, but I never die. I'm aiming cannons that they don't till I'm in the sky. And I ain't stopping on the mission till it's realized. And rappers claiming that they real, spitting real lies. And now I'm back up in the premises. Top of mountains, I ain't sending prayers to my nemesis. Start the game blowing, we gon' call that Sega Genesis. They kamikaze to them demons if they walk the premises.
Alright, we get it. It's a fun lens, but is it worth the investment? Well, I paid around $90 for this, and just purely looking at the product itself, it's completely made out of plastic, even the mount. There is real glass inside, but it suffers from optical distortions and chromatic aberrations and such, so it's not really quality glass inside. Now, surprisingly, the very small lens actually fits a full-frame sensor. Although that is what I read online. And the only full-frame camera that I have is a Sony, so I couldn't mount the Lensbaby to it, so I wasn't able to test it. But I was able to attach it to our Red Gemini, which has a slightly bigger sensor than a Super 35, and I didn't saw that much vignetting, unless I would dramatically shift the lens. So I was very surprised about that. But in the end, it's a toy, so I'm not sure if I'll actually be using it much. Maybe for some very specific shots, but it's definitely a lot of fun to play around with. Thanks for watching, thank you MSI for your support, and as always, stay creative. Lorenzo, would you take me serious if I would shoot on this lens?
Not really.
Not really.
It's way too tiny.
Too tiny. Jill, would you take me serious if I would be shooting on this lens?
Not at all.
Huh. Is it really that stupid, guys? It's tiny, yeah, but okay, it's kind of weird.